Dame Jilly Cooper. Yesterday we heard the very sad news that the queen of the bonkbuster died on Sunday morning. She was aged 88. This was after a fall at her home. And we've all been talking about her this morning. We were reading all the tributes from lots of people around the world, people remembering her for the brilliant, raunchy novels that she wrote and talking about had any of us met her. Nadia, you hadn't, but Mark
I met her books. I loved her books. But yeah, Mark met her years ago. He always tells this story because he's met so many famous people through directing and such. But he always says about Jilly Cooper, he was at this really posh polo event. You know, everyone was frightfully. Yeah, and he had a long conversation with her. He said she was so lovely. She was so down to earth. Funny, mucky, you know, a bit naughty. Yeah, I always remember that. I mean, he didn't know her. He just had a lovely conversation with her at this, and it's really stuck with him. Yeah. And I think you said a lot of people say that, don't you?
So many people that I've heard talk about all said that, how down to earth, how lovely she was.
Jolly.
Sadly, I didn't meet her, but whenever I saw her interviewed, I was she seems like she could come around for a cup of tea and I'd be all right about
jolly.
it. Yeah.
Did you read any of her books?
I didn't, sadly.
No. Are you joking?
You never read Riders?
Look like a comic.
Riders. Rivals.
You know what I nearly did when I was a kid? I nearly read Riders because, do you remember the front cover?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, well, I thought it was to do with horses. So my mother went...
Horses were involved.
Yeah, no, I think my mum went, no, put that back, I'll get you one about horses.
I remember when I had that and I took it on holiday, I tore the cover off the front because it's so obviously mucky.
I mean, they were... The thing is, I look back at her work, they call it the bonkbuster, it was all quite jolly hockey sticks, wasn't it? A jolly good romp. It wasn't kind of... erotica or too provocative.
It was a bit naughty, wasn't it?
It was a bit
Jackie Collins was for the hardcorers, like
that. Yeah. It was... did you read her books, Chloe?
No, I'm not a good reader. I'll put that one out. And I think I'm a bit of a prude. I mean, you're talking about being all whatever.
All right.
And I think I'm a bit of a prude. Like at school, not being funny, the only thing we did on Birds and the Bees was blowing up condoms around. And now I think we should have done Birds and the Birds. I mean, personally.
Sort of lesbian novels or, like, anything that was just, like, really...
No, it wasn't in my world or psyche, was it? And I remember somebody, like, 4 years ago said to me, have you not seen The L Word? And The L Word is, like, this kind of drama series of all... It's lots of women. Yeah. There's gay women and there's, obviously, straight women and everything. And when I was watching it, I was like, because it was so sexual, but it's just not my...
I've got to say...
It's just not my thing.
Oh, well, don't read 50 Shades then, because I literally read that in 3 days. And it was so funny because, you know, when it first came out, it was huge, wasn't it, at the time? And I went on holiday with it. It was my holiday read. And I remember walking out to the swimming pool thinking, I better put this under here because it's obvious what I'm reading about. And I swear to God, every single woman around the pool, and we're all reading our books and they'd just look at you and go... It was great. We had this whole thing together.
I was reading a piece that Jilly had written, actually, and she was talking about how she wanted her funeral. And she said, I think I'd just like to arrive in heaven and my dogs will run across the sunlit lawn to welcome me and my family members will be there. That's how I'd like it to be. She's a huge, huge dog lover, animal lover. And she said, also, I think I'd like to look quite tidy wearing a bra. Like, I don't want a bra when I'm
That's not
buried.
a friend if they put a bra on you, is it?
It's like, don't put the bra on.
I completely agree. Don't you want your boobs all tidy?
No, I want them free and relaxed.
You're going to suddenly become a hippie, are you?
The thing is, I think they probably would have to put a bra on me, otherwise they'd need a much bigger coffin.
Well, funny you say that. I feel like people don't always want to talk about funerals or that part, right? And I remember it was May 2017 and I went, unfortunately, to a funeral and me and my mum were late, so we get out to the back of the thing and the black coffin comes through. She went, don't you ever put me in one of them. I'll come and haunt you. And she was suffering with cancer.
Yeah.
So I had the conversation when we got back at, like, what do you want? She wanted a wicker basket, she wanted her ashes floated around all over the place, she wanted a bench at the thing, and music.
Did the list get longer and longer?
Right, so by the time she passed away that August, what I feel is the comfort is that I gave her what she wanted.
Well, that's why it's so good.
And I think that's really lovely to have that conversation.
Yeah.
It's really important.
And like My mum is always so practical, and she says she's written down what she... And I know it will be very basic with my mum. She'll be thinking of the cost. But there's a real comfort in that, because you know you're not all going to be arguing about it. Well, oh, no, Mum loved this, no, Mum loved that.
Well, Bernie did her whole...
Bernie had the whole thing sorted out, even who she wanted sitting in what car. So it was incredible. There was no arguments. Even if you think, well, you know, if you get someone going, well, why am I in that car? Because Bernie wanted it.
That's it.
Oh, lovely.
And so there was no arguments. It took all the stress out of everything. It was brilliant. And I think it's such an important conversation to have.
It's probably one we should all have, and we avoid, don't we? Because it's a bit more...
Make it fun as well,
Yeah.
It can be fun, that conversation.